single round of qualifying to determine the starting lineup for tonight's championship race. And the championship contenders interesting that we get so focused on the championship four that we have Daniel Dye out in front because his teammate AJ Allmendinger, one of the drivers in the championship four here tonight. Daniel Dye in the simulator with AJ Allmendinger. Daniel Dye had a lot to do with the success of that 16 team and their preparation coming into Phoenix, and he lays NASCAR Xfinity Series at Watkins Glen earlier this year. Won the Rolex 24 at Daytona, but he gets really loose up off turn number 2. He's able to corral that car back in. And that may have cost him on the stopwatch.
New York, currently third in the leaderboard. Whoa, this is going to be tough, guys.
Championship race for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. So much on the line. And, you know, we go throughout the season, we talk a lot about stage points and, you know, gathering up everything you can throughout the race. It's really pretty simple tonight. Ever finish His dad has had a lot of history in NASCAR. He was born in a season championship run. It's so much part of the history of that series in the time of NASCAR. Dawson will slot in the 6th position, 27.67.
This is the old Starvation gone.
NASCAR Xfinity Series Steve Addington calling the shots as crew chief on this race car. The Singh family continuing to show their strength in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Ryan Singh season this year. Bracket for Williams Savalas in that 19 car. So we're going to keep an eye on those Joe Gibbs cars.
Next up, Brandon
We
Jones.
mentioned the crash that happened about 5-10 minutes ago. They had to go to a backup car, and so that is why this race car looks a little different than it usually does. Not the dingo little orange that we're used to on this 9.4. He'll be back in the position at 27.994. Certainly great to bring out the 97 of SVG. Shane Van Gisbergen from Auckland, New Zealand.
Shane Van Gisbergen.
In the NASCAR Cup Series, that is going to be fun to watch. what he can do. Multiple victories this season for Shane Van Gisbergen. Playoff driver, but was eliminated in the round of 12. Came on top 10 at Phoenix. Will be raced here in March. For Calling Racing, 27 points. There's a handful of drivers in the field today that have won here at Phoenix. And Sammy Smith, who drives the 8 car for Junior Motorsports, is one of them. Go back to March of last season, where Sammy was able to score the win. Got through the playoffs, but eliminated in the round of 8. And runner-up a week ago. Likes the short tracks, does Sammy Smith. Justin Allgaier, very successful at this racetrack. His teammate, 2 victories in Phoenix. We see Sam Mayer inside the top 5 in qualifying. Sammy Smith for his qualifying run. Across the line, checkered flag is out. Sandy Smith, 10. 27.403. For Sammy Smith, and still no AJ Allmendinger on track.
AJ
California, Calling Racing number 16. The team that sees first Xfinity Series title and just his 2nd Championship 4 appearance. You see how violent it is inside these race cars when they go across that dogleg and the banking. As they bounce down on that, you'll see the sparks fly in that section later tonight in the restarts. Allmendinger elbows up in this qualifying run. And he will be 7th. 27.244 for AJ Allmendinger in the 16 car.
Richard Childress Racing.
Austin Hill has been known as being an expert on the super speedways. Wins this season. Daytona, Atlanta. So good. Track here in Phoenix if he wants to be the champion. Makes his first championship 4 appearance. The driver from Winston, Georgia.
AJ Allmendinger made his 2nd Championship 4 appearance.
Richard Childress Racing has been doing this for a long time. One of the most iconic. Austin Hill is part of that history as well as he comes across the line. He is 5th. 27.165 for Austin Hill. So Austin Hill 5th. That bumps AJ Allmendinger down to 8th. And here comes Justin Allgaier. What a day it was for this team. Allgaier yesterday involved in that crash early in practice. They spent the entire session trying to get this car ready to be able to come out and make a couple of laps. They got a couple of laps at the end of practice. They'll go out and try to lay down a good solid qualifying lap. Championship. Allgaier easing his car around this racetrack here in Phoenix. Brings it down to turn 3 and 4. He was up to Brandon Jones to get that car ready for his qualifying run here today as they had to go to the backup, and boy, you can see it, 36th for Justin Allgaier, a 30.261. You can hear it, you can see it, that the car just looked to be off the pace of Justin Allgaier, and it wasn't hard already for that 17 this weekend. the back of this field when we go green racing tonight. So the 7-car of Allgaier never came up to speed to full song as he eased that car around the racetrack in the uphill climb becomes a little bit steeper for that 17. So 2 cars remain. Cole Custer from Ladera Ranch, California, the defending champion of the NASCAR Xfinity Series, made it back to the Championship 4.
Cole Custer looking
He's
for the
hovering for a victory.
championship.
Heck, Gary, congratulations for winning a Cup Series again. But across the line, he is 7th overall. 27.217 for Cole Custer.
Eric Amarola.
Among the championship 4, it's going to be Austin Hill who's going to have the best starting position. He'll be no worse than 6th. Right now he sits 5th with 1 car left to go, and that is Eric Almirola. Almirola, too, had to go to a backup car, and he's running last because of the Owners' Championship. And Almirola tiptoeing around the racetrack over there in turns 1 and 2. But you know, we saw this in practice yesterday. He came out onto the racetrack very, very slow before bringing the car up to speed. This car is not coming up to speed. So Eric Almirola will get the green flag, but not at full song this 20 car. And I think that's going to be good news for William Sawalich in his opportunity to win the pole for tonight's race, as Almirola creeping down the back straightaway here as the last car to qualify. As the checkered flag flies on him, and that means that William Sawalich will have won the pole for tonight's race. Sheldon Creed, his teammate, will start alongside, along with Riley Herbst, Chandler Smith, and Austin Hill, your top 5. Interesting among the Championship 4 contenders, Austin Hill, Cole Custer, AJ Allmendinger, all inside the top 5. Here's how qualifying went for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. William Sawalich with the pole, Sheldon Creed, Riley